Really pretty confident with how to do that, okay? Okay, and the last one, letter C. Okay, it says that, the region R is the base of a solid. For the solid, the cross sections perpendicular to the x-axis are semicircle. Find the volume of this solid, okay? So we have the same region over here, so I'll kind of sketch this for you. Here's my x-axis. Here's my line y equals 2. This is x, this is y. And it's going to go up something like this. And this would be -3, and that's 3, as usual, okay? And then the cross sections are going to be these little semicircles, okay? And we're going to sum all these up, and we're going to go from -3, I guess, all the way over to +3. And we're going to sum these up, and that's going to be the volume of our solid. So remember, a semicircle, the area of a semicircle, I guess half of a circle, equals the area of a circle is pi r squared, so that's 1/2 pi r squared. That's the area of the semicircle. Okay, so we have to figure out how to get the radius. Well, the radius is, this is going to actually be the diameter, so you have to be careful. So the radius, so that's where it gets 2r equals d, all right? So radius equals d over 2, all right? 2 times the radius equals the diameter, so radius equals the diameter over 2, and the diameter is going to be my top curve minus bottom curve. Okay, this is my top curve, this is my bottom curve, so this length here will be (20/1 plus x squared) minus 2. So that's going to actually be my diameter. Okay? But r equals 1/2 the diameter. So keep that in mind. So when I want to find out these areas, because remember this is like if I just dropped it down, it would be like a little semicircle like that. It's going to be these semicircles. Okay? So the area of a semicircle is 1/2 pi r squared. But r is 1/2 the diameter, and this difference is actually going to give me the diameter, so I've got to figure that out. Okay? So to find the volume, okay, that's going to be the integral from -3 to 3. And I've got the area, and I'm just going to sum up these areas as a function of x, that's all. And in this case, so the area is a function of x, just area is a function of x. In this case, area is going to equal 1/2 pi r squared. And dx, okay? So it's going to be 1/2 pi r squared. Now what's r? R is 1/2 the diameter. What's the diameter? That's this whole thing. So it's going to be 1/2 times this squared. 20/1 plus x squared minus 2. So that's my radius. Okay, 1/2 the diameter. This is diameter, top curve minus bottom curve. So there's your integral. So if you write it like that, you've got your integral set up. Okay? Okay, so 1/2 pi r squared. Our semicircles, okay? That makes sense. Okay, And then what we can do is we can square this out, so it'll be a little bit easier to calculate. So the volume equals, and then what's 1/2 squared? That's 1/4. So that's what's 1/4 times 1/2, 1/8. I can bring this all out, so I can bring out the pi over 8 out. And now I have just the integral from -3 to 3. And I took the 1/2 out because 1/2 squared is 1/4. 1/4 times 1/2 is 1/8. And bring the pi out in front. And then I just have this guy over here, which is 20 over 1 plus x squared. That's my y1, of course, minus 2 squared dx. Okay? And then that's enough for your integral. Then you can they just want the answer after that. So we can do that, FNINT. We can do the math 9. And don't forget to multiply it by pi over 8. Put that out front so you don't forget. Okay? And then we can take, this is going to be, now remember I've got this, so I'm going to put a parentheses and I'm going to be y1 minus 2 squared, okay, comma x, comma -3, comma 3, and then that should do it. Because this is in y1. Okay, so let's put this in the calculator and see what happens. Okay. Let's put this over here so I can see this. And remember, we got to multiply that by pi over 8 at the end. Okay? Alright, so let's do this. Put this guy on. Math 9. Okay, and then we put a parentheses, and we're going to put y1. Okay, minus 2. Parentheses and square that. Comma x, comma -3, comma 3. And then multiply that times pi. And then divide that by 8. And then there's your answer. 174.268. .268. Okay. That's kind of messy, but I just want to go straight through it. And sometimes it takes me more time when I don't write it out, but you can see how we kind of figured it all out. A little messy, but it gets the job done. And they'll want to see either this integral to show your setup or simplified. You could just have left it like this. I just made the calculations a little bit easier. Okay.